How's it going, Sha?
Not bad. How are you doing?
I'm good. I am I'm not good. No. I need my people back, Sha.
You need what?
I need my family home. I've gone as far as I can. It's been 10 days. I've gone through the full spectrum of emotions and all the mental tools I have to block out the fact that I'm sad. I've expunged them all. I've used them.
Okay.
I need my family home. I don't know how. I fully understand how I could have lived alone before. But like now that I've been like married with kids, I don't know how I could ever live alone again.
Interesting.
Yeah. I feel like it's a real core part of how I stay happy. And I didn't realize it. And I've been surprisingly like emo whenever I'm not doing something productive or around people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you think your family will be prepared for this? Have you prepared them for this change?
No. I don't
Okay.
I want them to be overwhelmed too. I've dealt with some shit. You gonna deal with it too. It's been a whole thing, okay? We are all changing after this, okay?
Oh, wow.
I ain't say this was healthy, Sha.
No. I mean, hey, all for one and one for all. So you're only as strong as your weakest link.
Yo, we got to develop, all right?
Oh, wow.
No, I was thinking about, I think I feel like I've been away, and it makes me like, I've been away for longer, but it's always been for work. So I feel like I always had something to do.
Right.
That took up the majority of my day when like I had a day gig. For comedy, I've been away often, but it's always been for short periods.
Right.
So that it never felt like this. And then I thought of the inverse. I'm like, man, like, have I been doing this to them? And like, I'm sure there's an element of they miss me when I'm gone, but there's always 3 of them when they're here.
Right.
Whereas I'm like, this is the first time where like, yeah, I have work to do, and it's partially why I stayed, but it's not going to take up my whole day.
Sure. So
like when they're gone, like I'm solo. So it's been trippy. But yeah, like I noticed it. I think my mom noticed, and I'm trying not to like let her feel that I'm emo, because you know she got like my siblings. I want her to worry about them. I don't want her to like be concerned with like the one she should be done with.
Well, mothers were always going to. First off, you can't lie to your mama. She already know.
Yeah.
And they will always be concerned with you whether you grown or not.
No, that's fair.
So, yeah, you'll never stop that.
Yeah, because she's been like calling me and texting me daily now, and like sending me like food that like I know I could cook or buy on my own. But like it's like her way of A, checking in on me, B, making sure I had like home cooked food.
Right.
But like the calls don't stop until she hears me. Like she wants to make sure I'm like verbally checking in.
Right.
Whereas like we've gotten to a point to where like a text message would have been like sufficient. Like, oh yeah, I'm working. She would have been like, okay, cool, he checked in. Like, nah, she ain't leaving it alone till she hears me now. Like she knows I'm in a weird space.
Right.
My pops came over 3 times where like, yo, like he comes over, like, cause I know like when something's wrong with my building, I'll hit him up, and there's one of the tenants that like they like him more than me, which I get, you know, so they'll call him directly. But like he's been coming over for bullshit, like that I know is my mom saying, "Yo, go check on Gastor, like make sure he's fine." And he's like yesterday he was here. He's like, "Oh, I'm returning his brick." I'm like, "A brick? Like what? Like, what are you talking about?" He's like, "Oh, it's your building's brick. My building don't got the bricks to the wall, my G. Like I don't have extra bricks that I'm claiming ownership of." So I knew it was some bullshit, you know? He's like, nah, this one goes here. So
this one goes here.
Straight up, he was like, it was like a sharpening brick. He's like, they use it to like, sharpen cutting equipment. And I'm like, I've never seen that in my life, my G. And I promise you, I'm not cutting anything urgently that I need this tool for. So I know that was him. Like, your mother sent me over here. I got to see that you good so I could tell her, yeah, he's peace. Right. So I know I'm giving off weird energy. But yeah, it's because my people ain't here. Like, I feel like it's a real, I know I give off dad energy, but I didn't realize how much it became a part of my identity. Right. Until this week.
Wow. Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah. Like I'm really off my center. So yeah, I've been hyper productive. I've gotten a ton done, but admittedly it's because I've been wanting to avoid being alone in my head.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now, what you've gotten done, is it good or is it done?
I would,
you know what I mean?
So yeah, that was the other thing I noticed. Creatively, I suck.
Okay.
Yeah. No, you're right. I've noticed that. So I realized that. So I switched to getting like tasks done, like check the box things. Okay. That, like because I agree. Like I'm supposed to be working on my like special about like the sugars. It's about me being a diabetic, and like it was just like, yo, why is like these 10 minutes like about like playing catch with my kid or something? Like it was just way too emo. It had nothing to do with the context of what I'm talking about. It was just me missing people. So yeah. I don't know. I'll check in on your people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, do that.
Real
Absolutely
talk.
Do that.
Yeah, I feel like I was in a weird spot. My sleeping was way out of like, it's still way out of schedule. Like I'm getting like 6 hours a day, but in like 3 spurts.
Oh, sure. That's not good.
Yeah. Like that's how I'm sleeping. The only TV show that like has been allowing me to like block out how I'm feeling was there's like a real bad like love reality show on Amazon.
Okay.
What was it? The One That Got Away, something like that.
Okay.
Something like that, where like I admittedly like watched the whole season in the background. That's helped a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't think I've
you
ever
are going through something. Yeah.
Like I don't think I've ever watched a reality show like more so than like a scene. Like, yo, I heard this crazy thing happen. You should check this. Nah, I saw the whole thing. Straight up. A comic that I know was one of the members, and I was like DMing him updates throughout the whole season. Like, yo, you went through this, my G. Like, this is crazy that lady did that to you. You don't deserve that. And he was like, cool. But I DM'd him like 30 times.
Okay, yeah. You gotta. Yeah, you probably should.
So I'm going through something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's over tomorrow, hopefully.
Okay.
They come home tomorrow night, and I got people coming over to shoot sketches during the day, so I feel like I'll be in a good headspace tomorrow,
right?
Or like Friday after like the whole day of that. But
yeah. No, what you're gonna do is you're gonna fall apart as soon as you see him. You're gonna just be like, yay, yeah, whatever, and then you're gonna do something. You're gonna hug him too long. And Gabby will understand, but your children will be like, "What is this? What's happening?
Yeah,
what's happening, Pops?" And then you'll be like, "I'm fine."
Especially because it's gonna be late too. Like they just gonna be tired.
Yeah, they're just gonna want to go to bed, their own beds, and you're gonna want to sit up with them and talk because you haven't slept in 72 hours or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And Gabby is just gonna slowly walk you to the bed and just lay down. I'll be here in a second, and she'll be gone for 5 minutes. And when she comes back, you're going to be knocked the fuck out, and you're going to sleep for like 10 hours afterwards.
Yo,
I literally think that's how it's going to work.
I ain't mad at that either. That would be a good day. Sincerely. It's just weird, yo. I don't know.
Yeah, it is odd, to really, really realize your connection with others.
Yeah.
When it is not tested, because this isn't a test. This is just a slight interruption in a everyday thing, but even a slight interruption is enough to knock people back on their heels.
Yeah.
So, but you absolutely will bounce back very quickly.
I hope so. Like, I hosted a show, and then all of this came out on stage. Like,
really?
All of it. Like, it was funny, but it was emo. Like, the crowd was like, yo, this is different. Cause it's my monthly. Like, it's the show I host regularly. So, like, people know my usual energy. It was very weird, very funny, but very different.
They probably liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I talked about the whole weirded thing.
Yeah, people kind of enjoy seeing an established personality in a different human way.
Yo, it was a moment. I got super emo too, cause like so like I had a really like emotional day, and I hit up Gabby cause it was like 2 a.m. Mm-hmm. So I went through like a whole like spectrum of feelings, from like emotional stuff personally, professionally, stuff with like some of our peers. Like, there was a lot going on a particular day this week. And I called up Gabby to be like, yo, I need to like, I'm spinning too much in my head. I gotta say shit out loud. Mm-hmm. And she didn't pick up because it was 2 a.m. Valid reason not to pick up. That's when comedians get done with the day. And unlike normal, she's not in my house. She's with her brother, who A, works at 5 a.m, and B, there's little kids in that house. So like they 10 p.m. they wrap up. Right. So if there was ever a chance for her to be up, this wouldn't be it. Right. So I get it. I wasn't mad, but like, it sucked that I couldn't talk to my people. Mm-hmm. Then I got like 4 friends that like are my peoples. I went through the whole spectrum, hit them all up. You know what I mean? None of them was responding. You know what I mean? So I was like, in my head, I'm like, yo, like, I'm really dealing with this moment dolo. Mm-hmm. It was some shit. My boy, and like, in retrospect, like, it's not fair to put them through, to expect them to like be on call. Expect them to
be there for you, right?
Yeah, they're for me, and they're available to me in general, and they'll respond. But I can't expect them to respond at 2 a.m. This is the life I chose, to be a comedian. Right. You know? Like, I hit up, I went through the whole list. I hit up my boy G, my cousin. I hit up my boy George, my best friend / brother-in-law. I hit up my boy Ricky, that's my man's. My boy Mark, that's my man's. I hit up my homegirl Melanie. In order, Now, the first 3 dudes, all married. Mm-hmm. So when I text them at 2 a.m., they should legitimately be sleeping at home with their wives. 2 of them have babies. You shouldn't be responding. Right. You know what I mean? My boy Mark just engaged. Again, with your missus, fully get that lifestyle. I hit up my homegirl Melanie. I was like, oh, this is gonna be the savior, because she out in LA. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking time-wise, it's still late.
But it's not that late.
It's not that late. So I hit up. I was like, yo, is you and Larry y'all up? And they ain't respond. So I was like, yo, this is a shitty day.
Right.
So then, like, the next morning at like 8 o'clock in the morning, I get, messages from all of them. Right. They care about me. They check, they're like, yo, I got a weird voicemail from you at 2 a.m. You good? You know what I mean? So thank you. Like, for real, y'all my peoples, Right. And I responded, I was like, but I was a little better just because I slept. You know what I mean? Like 3 hours at this point. So I was like, nah, I'm all right. You know what I mean? Just the world was ending mentally yesterday, but it's okay today. So yeah, I went through all of that, and then went and did a show in front of my audience. Was gonna have a real emo performance in general, but super weird, super like cool surprise. Melanie and her husband Larry, who had just moved to LA, were in town, and that's why she hadn't responded. She was dealing with New York hours again. Heard how emo I was. Called up Gabby that morning and said, yo, Gastor left me a weird voicemail. She said, yep, he's going through it. We gone. And she's like, cool, me and Larry are going to surprise him at the show. So I saw them.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was legit beautiful. One of the coolest surprises I've had. They told me that like that was the hardest I've ever hugged them. Ever.
Yeah, please be careful with your children so that you don't squeeze the life out of them because you're so happy to see them.
Yeah, because those are adults. Like Larry's and like 40 something, and he was like, "Yo, my man, that was a lot, my G." But yeah, it was beautiful. I hung out. They hung out with me for like an hour after the show. That I know in their hearts they wanted to go to bed, but they knew they like, yo, Gastor needs this.
Right.
So yeah, I know. Like now in retrospect, I appreciate it even more that they stayed with me because I know I put them through it that day. They were like, yo, we just want to make sure you good. Yeah, we bought Heroes after. It was a great day. It felt like I was 20 again.
That's fantastic.
Straight up. It was,
yeah.
I needed that like spectrum. I need my peoples. I'm a social creature, Sha.
Yeah. I'm picking up on that. I do need your peoples.
Yeah. I feel like I'm real easy to like go in any direction. Like once like momentum gets moving. I think like when I have the right feelings, like I feel like I could conquer the world type shit. But I need my people to have those powers.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
yeah, I get it. It's they power you. Yeah, battery in the back and whatnot.
Word up.
Yeah. Okay.
That returns this week, baby.
Oh well, thank goodness.
I'm excited.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad that even though it was a little belated, I'm glad that you were correct in your course of action. It just the timing was off, but you were correct in reaching out in the way that you did.
I'm trying.
And that everybody checked back in. And I look forward to the return of the family and the return of the monster that is Gastor.
Thank you, sincerely.
Sure.
I need it back.
Yeah.
Ain't myself if I ain't like a little. I can't even talk shit this week. Like I feel like I wouldn't be able to. I don't feel like cocky. If that makes sense, like there's a chink in the armor.
I understand. That'll all change.
Yeah,
that will change. You just need that little shift of having your people back, and just that'll shift the energy.
Okay, I'm hoping so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Hell yeah, we back, baby.
Oh boy! All right, we're back. Yep.
Let's get into the news, huh?
All righty.
Chipotle permanently shutters a store that filed to unionize. That's right. Chipotle permanently closed a restaurant in Augusta, Maine that filed to form a union last month. We have been unable to adequately staff this remote restaurant with crew and continue to be plagued with excessive call-outs and a lack of availability from existing staff, said Laurie Scalo, Chief Corporate Affairs Officer at Chipotle, in a statement, adding that it's been even harder to find managers to lead the restaurant. Because of these ongoing staffing challenges, there is no probability of reopening in the foreseeable future, so we've made the decision to permanently close the restaurant. The restaurant had been closed to the public since June 17th and was open only for staff trainings. Workers at the location will get severance pay, she said. The closure has raised alarm bells among union organizers who accuse the chain of trying to stifle workers. A hearing on whether to proceed with the representation vote was scheduled for Tuesday, according to Jeffrey Young, an attorney for the Chipotle United, the independent union attempting to organize the Augusta location. But workers learned on Tuesday morning that the store will be shut down for good. The hearing has been postponed indefinitely. Young described the closure as union busting 101, adding it's meant to discourage not just the workers here, but other Chipotle organizing efforts elsewhere.
Okay, you can hear it in the way that press statement was from the corporate affairs officer at Chipotle. It said, we have been unable to adequately staff this remote restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
If it's so remote, why'd you put it there? Why'd you put a Chipotle in the woods?
Oh, man.
So that was the first thing I was like, remote? Chipotle does a lot of things, but putting a store in a place where there's no one is not it. Chipotle doesn't build and wait for people to come to it. It sees where the people are, and it's like, toss one over there, and on that corner too. It's not out here breaking ground that way. And then to say that you're continually plagued with excessive call-outs and lack of availability from existing staff puts all of it on the staff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's some bullshit. Oh boy, look, everybody, like there are businesses in America where the employees are like, we need a union. Mm-hmm. And they're doing it, and folks are agreeing, and now these companies are just like, I feel like in a holdover from our main episode last week, they're all being trash. Like, everyone is really trying to stop. I feel like from the beginning of COVID, I was just like, there are so many things. It brought so many things to light. And really the only way to make these shifts, you can't make it gradual, clearly, because people will just backslide into where they were before.
Right.
It has to be like big changes, and people are making their versions of big changes. And man, these companies ain't trying to see that shit. Man, they ain't trying to see that shit. So they just shut the place down? Golly.
Straight up. And mind you, like, I was a former manager at a location at jobs that both were union and non-union. So, like, I've seen all the spectrums of it. In my opinion, I'm pro contract. I think that that's the reason that unfortunately people have to unionize, because most of these businesses won't offer a contract to their staff. But I feel that the reason that I didn't believe this story as much, though, is because of the second location that they mentioned. They said a similar effort is underway in Flushing, Queens. And I want to hear them tell me that this is remote or that there's a lack of staffing people.
Yeah, they're going to have to do other dastardly shit.
Yeah.
Trust me, they're going to find ways to make it uncomfortable for people who are trying to unionize.
Yeah,
like they're absolutely. I'm curious to see how they're going to remix this for them.
Yeah, because for those of y'all that don't know, like, Flushing, Queens is one of the like most overly populated parts of the borough of Queens in New York. So I know for a fact there's people living there, there's customers, but I also know there's employee opportunity. There's people looking for work, of all sorts, staff, management, whatever. They are there. So if that place is looking to unionize, they can't shut it down because the lack of people available to work or willing to work.
Yeah, these excuses will not fly.
Yeah, not
for
a one.
Flushing, Queens. Yeah,
not one. So get these people their bread, okay? All right, you got all the money. You've been charging me $3 for guac for 15 years, my G.
You've been raising your prices, and I'm not sure we're getting anything better out of it. Like, yeah, just stop that.
Straight up,
it's so much. It's so much for a thing that if I knew how, I'd make it home. And have made versions of it home. Like, it's still a salsa, a bean, a rice, a meat, and a tortilla. Where have we heard that before? You know what I mean?
I stopped. It's not that I don't enjoy it. It's just there's a local Mexican place always that I can just get the real experience from. So I just order from whenever I get a Chipotle urge, I just look for a taco spot. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just give the bread to like a dude that like actually owns this joint and makes it for real. You know what I mean? Yeah. Nah. Until y'all fix this nonsense. You know,
I will also boycott Chipotle because of tomatoes and reflux. So I already started my boycott like a couple of years ago. But now it's this union shit.
Hell yeah. You know what I mean? This is the official reason, okay?
Is now, yes, the official reason has now switched.
In other news, 60% of Americans approved of the Supreme Court last July. Now, it's 38%.
Ooh! Ooh, we don't like y'all.
Nah, B. Y'all messing
y'all
up
on
over
some
there.
bullshit. Yeah.
Americans' approval of the Supreme Court has fallen again, according to a new poll released on Wednesday, with just 38% of the country saying it approves of the nation's highest court after it overturned Roe versus Wade, a dramatic shift in public opinion from 1 year ago. The Marquette Law School poll provides key insights into how the country views the Supreme Court after its controversial decision to reverse nearly 50 years of precedent. Taken between July 5th and July 12th, just days after the court reversed Roe, the survey found that 61% of respondents said they disapproved of the 9 justices, and 38% said they approved. Just 1 year ago, in July 2021, the Marquette poll showed 60% approval with 39% disapproving, and a majority approved as recently as March in Marquette's polling. At the same time, the survey finds a sharp increase in the share who view the court as conservative. 67% describe it as either very or somewhat conservative, up from 56% in May.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we can see it. Like we saw.
Y'all fucking up, B.
Yeah, if you need me to fill out a poll, then I guess I will, but we see y'all. y'all are on some bullshit, and I guess I feel like we should let you know.
Basically.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know anything about law in a way where I understand all of the decisions coming out. Like, I don't read them. I know you can read their notes and how they wrote the decision and all that stuff, so I have to go to some place to, like, explain that to me. But when they explain it to me, I'm just like, oh no. You know what I mean? It's a very neutral kind of, well, what they mean by this is blah, 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 blah. And this refers to yada, yada. And I'm like, oh, this is terrible. So I'm like a few hours late with it, like, oh, wait, but.
Oh, my goodness. Yo, fun side topic here. So my dad popped in like 2 minutes ago.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Right on cue, like we talked about it.
Yep.
This is my mom sending me food in the foil. Right here, she sent me what she got? These are vegan tacos. Because my sister's vegan. So she been making me vegan food so I can eat healthy.
Okay.
So got they're worried about me.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's comedy.
Oh man, that's very sweet and also extremely hilarious.
Oh man, I promise I'll be myself soon. We'll be good money. Oh man. In other news, astronomers at MIT pick up a mysterious signal. That's right. Astronomers at MIT have discovered something that they can't quite explain. A mysterious radio signal pulsing with constant regularity. They are called fast radio bursts, or FRBs, and were detected using a radio telescope in Canada called a CHIME. The scientists say they usually only last a few milliseconds, but one new discovery is so powerful it lasted a full 3 seconds. It also emitted radio waves in a series of peaks, like a heartbeat, and that's rare. Scientists think the signal is caused by a neutron star, which rotates and emits radio waves from either end, similar to a lighthouse. Previously, we were unable to see these neutron stars emitting the radio waves from other galaxies because they are not energetic enough or they are not luminous enough. This is the first time where we may have detected a neutron star from so far away.
Okay, you know what it is? It's just house music. House music is back. And everything is just... Have you walked up to a club and, you don't really hear anything from outside except just a...
Yeah.
That's all it is. That's all we caught. We just caught a little bit of house music.
That's
a little bit of interstellar house music is what we caught.
MIT, you wasting your time on this, B? Nobody out there dropping the beat?
I mean, it's possible that the astronomers at MIT are not that big on house music. They may not know. They may not know. I mean, I'm not. Yeah. It's just a little. It's just. I bet the next sound is literally just going to be. Boop, 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 boop. I swear to you, that's all it's going to be. That song is everywhere and has been for years. For years.
So says scientist Shalewa Sharpe.
Yeah, it's an almost 30-year-old song. It absolutely. That's all it is. Just a little disco. That's all they hear. Just a little. That's why everybody who did disco wore like fucking silver moon boots and shit. That's all it is. It's just a little disco.
That's it. They were just improving the reach of that antenna radio signal.
Oh, you hearing the next Bootsy Collins is what you're hearing. Calm down. You'll be all right. Just a little disco.
You're ready, y'all. Okay? Futurist disco is coming from Mars.
Absolutely.
Real soon. We already got the Neptunes, you know, so we good.
Yeah, exactly. That's all it is.
Yo, real talk, that song is hard though.
Yeah. Yo, there's nothing I love more than when a car comes by and I just hear boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. I'm like, oh, I love that song.
Oh, yeah.
Although that's all I've ever heard of it. It's just in a car passing by or me walking by a building. I don't know if I've ever like heard it outright.
Yeah, I don't know a single person that's ever like hit play. I don't know anyone that knows the name of it.
Nope.
Yo.
I have no idea what the name of that song is, but it's just boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. And I love it.
Yo, real talk, I think that's what it's called. Like that's how they requested at the booth. Yo, DJ, can you play boom, 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 boom? No, that's
like I got you. I got you.
I know what you're talking about.
Yep.
Oh man, finally, the return of gas for less than $4. That's right. Gasoline for less than $4 a gallon is back, at least in some spots. Nearly 1 in 5 gas stations is charging under the $4 mark for gallon of regular gas, according to OPIS, which surveys U.S. gas stations to compute price averages for AAA. That's about 24,000 stations nationwide, mostly in the Southeast and in the oil patch states like Texas and Oklahoma. In fact, $3.99.9 was the most common price on Monday amongst the 130 stations OPIS surveyed. As station owners play the game of charging 1/10 of a cent less than $4 to try to get customers' attention. Almost no one cuts their price to $4.009, even though it's not much different, said Tom Closer, the global head of the energy analysis for OPIS. Still, the AAA track national average is still well above that mark at $4.52 a gallon. And all 50 states have an average price of more than $4, with South Carolina at the cheapest average of $4.02. What's more, Closer cautioned that drivers shouldn't assume prices will keep falling from here. This is more of an intermission, he said.
Wonderful.
My man said oil keeps that same energy, okay?
Yeah. Slow down.
Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, admittedly, I saw $4.79 and got hyped the other day.
Really? What has it been? Since I haven't regularly driven, I truly have no idea what gas is, and until I go to Atlanta and rent a car, and then I'm like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
And the last time I did that was like February, and I barely drove anywhere, so I barely needed gas. So I still have no sense. So I've missed all of this completely.
No,
and I'm just like, who's paying $6 a gallon? And now, oh my God,
it's been different. Like I load up maybe like once a week, and I was paying over $5 a gallon last month. This month, I would say I've been at like $4.70 to $4.90, depending on where, and I've seen $4.59.
Oh wow!
But I haven't like landed where like I needed gas when I spotted it. It would be like in a random one-off station. But the ones by me, I consistently pay like $4.70, $4.80 now this month.
Okay.
Yeah. See, like, that's wild. They're like, we're like, oh, yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh, that's great. Wonderful. Congrats. I literally was about to say congratulations. Really.
Like, that's a crazy number.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hit $100 twice with loading up my tank.
Ooh, yuck.
Yeah.
Ooh, yuck.
That's crazy to me. 2 different times I hit $100. Yeah, that's absurd. That is way too much money on gas. But
yeah, that's a lot. Maybe I just don't need to go nowhere.
Nah, not at all. I think there was shows where I like legit was losing money. Like if I drove and I was doing the math of it, I was like, I don't know if I could do this show because I don't feel like taking a train. And the gas is gonna cost me. Plus I gotta pay for parking in some cases. Nah, B.
Right, yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I mean, these are all things you have to consider, especially when, you're making money for yourself. It's not like a business is cutting you a check or anything.
Yeah, nah, it's different.
Yeah.
Ugh. Y'all are out of control out there. Let's get this back in line. Normal prices.
Yeah, come on. Let's bring it down.
That's it. If you would like for Gastor and Shalewa to start their own gas station.
No, you don't want that.
You don't want that.
I'm gonna charge you like old school Taco Bell prices, like $59, $79, $99. Like we will go out of business. But if you want that, like and subscribe. You will absolutely run us out of business.
We will have one great legendary week, okay?
Yeah.
That's it. I'm going to run crazy deals that don't make sense, you know what I mean? Get 50 cents off a gallon when you buy, like, milk at my gas station, And that's like I need, like, unrelated items,
Yeah, I definitely will be pushing snacks that I've never see anyone buy. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna do a lot of like flaming hot lemon slices or whatever. Like we're gonna be real revolutionary out here with this.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know what we could sell? We could sell floss. Like you got time to kill. You pump in the tank. You can floss your teeth. Be healthy. You know what
Honestly,
I mean?
Yeah, that's true. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, you got the trash right there to throw it out. It's one of the few places in public where it's not like a cultural hindrance to be flossing in front of people because
that's true.
Like 20
people
feet
could be
apart.
doing much worse.
Yeah.
I
think we should encourage this as a culture. Floss when you pump.
Okay.
Straight up. That's our movement right there.
All right. So then if you want us to continue to move on this flossing at the pump.
Like and subscribe to the show. 4 stars, you understand. Okay, but maybe you don't feel comfortable flossing in public, okay?
Yeah, maybe you don't want to expose your gums to the fumes of gasoline. And we get it.
Yeah, it's not for everybody. 5 stars, you are turned on by the gasoline fumes.
You love the smell of gas. Actually, I do love the smell of gasoline. I don't know if... I'll say just because it's for our business, I will gladly floss next to a gas pump. I don't know if that's 100% true. We can hire someone for the commercial.
That's it. I'm doing it tomorrow now, just cause. Just to test this out. we gotta see if it's a working concept.
Oh my gosh.
Do you have any articles you want us to cover? DM us directly on Twitter and Instagram at Silky Jumbo. We're at Gastor Almonte. With all that said, I am the far more dentally healthy now. Gastor Almonte.
Oh my goodness. I'm the very relieved that he will have his people's back. Shalewa Sharpe. That's what I am. So that we don't have to do anything like floss by a gas pump. I feel like this business plan will be nipped in the bud by the time your family gets home. I feel like.
I hope so. Because I would name it weird names right now, It would be like Gastor and son and daughter that he doesn't see.
Oh, no.
Man. This has been an emo episode of The War Report. Catch y'all next time. Peace.